next to go. I check the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live, Trippin With Bondzee on YouTube. How the hell are you? It's Bondzee. Bondzee Live, Trippin With Bondzee. Let me get that off the screen. Need to see Bondzee in all his glory, don't you? Full screen, of course. Welcome to the show. We're live on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, the whole 9 yards. I'm in Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. Welcome to the show. It's episode 296. Make sure you go subscribe on the YouTube, all the social medias. I would really, really appreciate it. Listen, there it is. Go check it out. Watch the show on YouTube. Thank you very much. Let's get rid of that. I got a banger of a show for you tonight. Man, oh man, we got so much to get caught up on. I missed last week. Sorry, not sorry. I even forget. Man, that was a whole week ago. I forget where the hell I was. Oh yeah, I was on the road working. Staying on my buddy's boat. No minimal Wi-Fi at best. And listen, I just had a night off. But yeah, I had a great time. I've been on the road for 10 days. I'm tired. I can't wait to tell you all about it. Sure was a hell of a time, which was basically capped off this past weekend in Sarnia with my boy Richie. Trusty Truster. He's going to join me on the show tonight. We're going to talk all about it. Man, getting to hang backstage, getting to see how it all goes down from like pre-show, right up before the show, during the show, and after the show was pretty special. And I got to do it for a copious amount of bands, including Bush, Finger 11, I Mother Earth. We'll talk about the whole time. We got some great videos to show you. We got some great pictures and everything else, and we'll talk to Richard about it. Plus, a movie I was in, short film called The Witness. It's not out for your viewing pleasure yet, but it has been nominated for an award at a film festival for best short film at the Alternative Film Festival. So fingers crossed. We'll talk about that a little bit in a bit coming up. All right. Also, the amazing weekend in Sarnia at Bluewater Borderfest. Man, that Sarnia town's a pretty cool place. Really enjoyed being there for sure. Got to see some great friends, great bands, and it really was a hell of a time. Stanley Cup Finals over, done. Florida Panthers winners. Clicks to the Panthers. We'll get into that a little bit as well. Plus, I'm going to go on a rant on these protesting losers. Listen, I'm all for protesting like a cause. Stick up for your cause. It's fine. Do it peacefully. Do it properly. And don't cause a ruckus. And especially don't go destroying like private property. And especially like really nice things. You're going in all these museums. They're going on golf courses now and causing a ruckus. And listen, I've had it. I'm going to strangle these. If they come anywhere near me and cause a ruckus and delay my time, it's going to be a problem. We'll get into those losers. Plus, I've got the most bizarre story for you. A female assassin. Yes, it's a true story. They're real. It's not even out of the movies. She used to work for the Milwaukee Brewers in public relations. Turned female assassin. Not a very good one at that. We'll get into that whole story. Plus, Dummies of the Week, Chestnut Checkers, and so much more. Really looking forward to it. We got some great guests coming up on the show, too, over the next little while. Episode 300 is knocking on the door. We got 4 to go, which is basically a month. If I do a show a week for the next month. We got some great guests. Hoogie on the Road is his name. His name's Jeremy, really. But he's a Canadian music tech. He's worked for some amazing bands, including he was just rolling with Shinedown, kick-ass band out of the States. And now he's rolling with Five Finger Death Punch. This guy's got some amazing, amazing stories from the road. And he's going to join us and tell us some wicked stories for sure. We've also got my friend Tamar Cratter, who is from Toronto. She's got an amazing business there called Soho Framing. She's been in the industry for 20 years. She's going to come on and talk about her wonderful business, plus the amazing charity thing she's doing as well. I'm really looking forward to talking to her. Some great bands as well, including Sticks and Stones and some other ones that I'm not even going to mention. It'll be a surprise a little later down the road, okay? I've been networking. I've got some cool stuff lined up. So that's coming up as well. All right, let me put that down. Let me get to my sponsor so I control those. This show is brought to you by Shakespeare's Fine Dining. Folks, this place is the tits. If you are anybody and somebody, you should go there. If you are in the Ontario region, and I know it's a huge place, but if you're within like 2, 3 hours, make the drive to Shakespeare's Fine Dining in Hamilton. It is beautiful. The food is impeccable. The wine list to die for. The service, absolutely off the charts. You will be blown away. Please, please, please make a reservation or your sorry ass ain't getting in. Sorry, it's just the way it is. 905-528-0689 or go to www.shakespeares.ca. There, done. They've been around 54 years. They know what they're doing. The old man's still cooking in the back. He's the best owner ever. His family's running the show. And listen, all the celebrities go there for a reason, and you should too. I got to get there soon. I love that place. And I keep saying I'm going to go. And listen, I'm busy. Okay. But I will get there soon, and you should too. Okay. See, thank you everybody for tuning in. I really appreciate it. We got Martin Dupuis, rain and more rain, absolutely at the festivities in Sarnia this weekend, and it seemed everywhere I went was nothing but rain. I scooted up to Muskoka Monday, Tuesday to play the Rock. I was invited, stay with a buddy there, play for damn near free. Got rained out both days. I got to play 8 holes the one day, 3 holes the next. Complete waste of a time going up there. I shouldn't say waste of a time. I got to go to play 11 holes. I love that place to death. Beautiful scenery. And and I got to see my buddy and hang out for a bit. So it was pretty cool. Keith Keller, thank you. He said, loves the hat. I love the hat. I just got it on the road, my travels. And sadly, I got it after the amazing weekend we had. But hey, nonetheless, picking up a good hat on the road at a gas station is always a score. Love my fedoras. Been a while since I rocked it. And thank you for the compliment, Keith. Thanks for tuning in from Vancouver, BC area as well. Ashley Sicko, hi. Toodaloo, I guess you're off to Vegas. Not a big deal, eh, Ash? Put $20 on 16 red. Is it? I think a 16 is red. If it's not, whatever 16 is, put $20 down for me and win me a truckload, will you? All right, thank you. Have a great time in Vegas. All right, we'll see you when you get back. We're going to the Glorious Sons to Rock the Park in London. Sharon, thank you so much for tuning in. You're the best. She says, hi, Bondzee. Glad you're back this week. So glad to be back. So glad you're tuned in. And are you and Keith coming to Rock the Park in London to see the Glorious Sons? Please, fingers crossed. I hope you are. It would be great to see you. Ashley's taking off in less than 24 hours. Have a wicked time in Vegas. Okay. What's next? We'll wait for Richard to tune in here. He's coming at 9:15. I'm really excited to talk about this weekend, man, because I still can't even stop thinking about it. I'm reminiscing so much. It was a great. I've been going to concerts I'm 50. I started when I was 12. Do the math. You do the 502. Take away the 4 minus the 2. 38 years. Well, Bonzarelli's been rocking concerts. Now, I've had some amazing times. I've got to meet some of my favorite bands along the way, had some great photos and stuff. But have I never, ever have I got to be backstage the whole entire day, partake in the pre-show festivities, the right before the show, just get to see how it all goes down as a music lover. And especially of all these bands, too, which made it extra special. I can't wait to share it all with you, and we'll talk to Richard anyways. We'll get into that in a minute. It really was something. Okay, my first ever movie is out. I can't thank you guys enough for all the amazing messages, the kind words, and phone calls as well. Nobody was an asshole. Nobody said, Bonds, you suck. Why are you even doing this? Change careers now. So thank you for that. It really meant a lot, all the kind words and stuff. I really am loving doing this, and I've only watched it twice, and I think that's enough. I got to see what I didn't like about what I did, and I picked up on it pretty quick, and I think that's enough. It was cool to see myself act. I thought I did a great job. Pat on the back, Bonds, clicks for me, and I really appreciate all the kind words and stuff. Oh, and I was mentioning another movie I did that hasn't come out yet. It was the one where I got all make-upped up in the I was dead, and it was in a car crash and stuff, and it was called The Witness, and it is up for best movie, best short film at the Alt Film Festival. So fingers crossed for that. A huge shout out to the cast and crew. That was an amazing movie. I was just a little guy in that movie, but had a huge scene in it, a huge couple scenes. And I'm really excited. It's a short little horror flick. It's an amazing movie. And as soon as it comes out and is available for all of us to watch, I will be happy to share it with you all. Okay. I'm super proud of it because it was pretty cool getting to do that scene and everything. Scenes with the ladies. Lisa Holgate, huge hugs and kisses to you. Thank you so much for tuning in from the Belleville region up to the north of us. All right. What else? The last 10 days on the road, I said I've been on the road 10 days. It sure was something. I went up to Midland I did a painting job for some people. Believe it or not, I actually do physically work hard sometimes still, as is evident there. I really appreciate the people having me up there, friends of mine, and they added on some work. So going back, I was supposed to do some work there today, actually, but I ended up their daughter got really sick, their baby daughter. So I hope she's feeling better. So I flipped my plans around. It's crazy. I've been all over the place in the last 10 days, including so from here to Midland, from Midland back to here, then back to Toronto to drop off Rich, then home for 14 hours, then back to Toronto to get Rich and our friend who flew in from Calgary to see the weekend music festivities. Then we drove to Sarnia. Then we drove from Sarnia to Toronto. Then I drove to Hamilton, slept here the night, and then got up early the next morning and drove to Muskoka, and then drove to Midland yesterday morning, only to turn around and drive back home today. Woo! It was something, 1,800 kilometers in all, and great times all along the way. I got to see some friends, got to have a great time, and really rock the concerts. Jeff Schnurr, thank you for tuning in, my friend. If there's a music lover as close to people who love music as much as me, that's my guy, Jeff Schnurr, right there. Mike Rickards, Dave. I don't even know. I didn't even see Dave anywhere on there, but I called you Dave, but your name's not Dave, it's Mike. He said, did any get on the walls? Listen, no, but speaking of getting on the walls, yours truly, old Bonzarelli, whilst he was away on the road, went on a date with a female. I did. And listen, it went a million times better than it did the last time I went on a date last summer. If you all remember, I met this lovely female firefighter at a charity event. We hit it off. We made plans to go on a date. So we went out for breakfast of all things because we were supposed to go for dinner, but remember, I was golfing, and so we went up for breakfast pre-golf, and it was a complete disaster. I was a fumbling moron. I was so nervous. Listen, I just wasn't ready. And it was, I embarrassed myself, and it was a complete debauchery, and it's okay. I learned from it. I moved on, and I was way better at this one. Plus, it also helped that I knew this girl. She was my neighbor in my last house that I lived in Aurelia, and we always used to wave hello and stuff, and there was always like little flirty stuff going on, but we never hooked up until my very last night in that house, where the only thing left in that entire house was me, my dog, and an air mattress. And listen, apparently it's all you needed, because she stayed over for a little while. I never slept with her, okay? I was a gentleman. We had a little fooling around session, and then she went home. Anyways, haven't seen her in 3 years, almost 4. And we went up for a lovely dinner whilst I was in Midland, and where she is currently living. And yeah, it was great. And it was great until she decided to tell me that she would like to have me back to her place, except that she doesn't have a bed because she burnt it to the ground. So I was like, hello? Now I say, what? You burnt your bed to the ground? And you're asking yourself, Bondzee, why would she burn her bed to the ground? So glad you asked, because I was wondering the same thing. And I didn't even have to ask before she proceeded to tell me that it wasn't the first time that she burnt her bed to the ground. It was the second. Why? Bad karma, apparently. Thing had bad karma, and it needed to be burned to the ground. So I was like, ding, 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 red flags. Okay. Didn't see this coming, and it was too bad. Very lovely girl, very beautiful. But the night only proceeded to get worse, because I took her to Richard's boat. We hung out for a little while. Richard got to meet her. Fine. Everything went great. Sort of. We won't go there. Anyways, it was getting late. We were both feeling a little frisky, if you will, and we needed some privacy. So the only place left was embarrassingly the backseat of my car. Okay, so yes, we went to the backseat of my car. Things were happening. The windows were steaming up, and then my phone went off, and it lit up like a Christmas tree because it was all dark in there. And she proceeded to freak out because she thought that it was a female. And even if it was, who cares? I'm not dating this girl. I'm not going out with her. Like, there was nothing serious. And I have female friends. But anyways, it wasn't female. It was an NHL hockey guy tweeting on Twitter, X, whatever the hell you want to call it. And she was like, oh my God, I thought that you said you didn't have a girlfriend or a wife, and you lied to me. And I was like, honey, look, it's Twitter, for Christ's sake. She's like, who is it on Twitter? I'm like, Paul Biznasty. Hockey guy. Why is Paul tweeting you? He's not tweeting me. He's tweeting out to the general public. Oh, my God. Can we just get back to what we were doing and so I can get you the hell out of my car and never see you again? Thank you. Have I never wanted to get the hell out and finish up a sesh with a lady faster in my life? Got her home, locked the doors, toodaloo, see you later. I haven't spoken to her since and don't plan on it. Listen, old Bondzee, I would have been all over that. I would have probably found the nearest hotel and went back and had a time because crazy in society is crazier and awesome possum in bed. Listen, been there, played the game. They are fantastic. But, and it's a big but, it comes at a serious cost because they be cray and they be cray. And they're crazy in life. And the crazy just escalates and then it becomes no fun. Not even in bed because the craziness was overwhelming and it's too much crazy. So this time I learned my lesson from the past. Growing up, 50-year-old Bondzee is doing really well. So I proceeded to run Forthcoming Hills, and I will stay run Forthcoming Hills and far away from that lovely female as possible. Okay, right on. Moving on. Oh, perfect timing. Right on time. Without further ado, Richard, I think you can attest to this. How was the date that I brought back to your boat? Fun time, right?
No comment.
I've never seen you at a loss for words. That was shocking. I think that does speak for itself, though, doesn't it, pal?
Pardon me?
I think that does speak for itself that you have nothing to say about my date.
Not about that, but that outfit you're wearing is questionable.
Well, what do you mean questionable? How come you never like what I'm wearing, by the way? I think this is pretty fine.
Because it's always terrible.
Oh, come on. I think it's not. I got good fashion. This is a nice. What's wrong with a nice fedora hat, by the way?
I'm just teasing you.
I know you are. Hey, listen, pal, thanks for taking the time to join me on the show. I really appreciate it. Everybody, this is Rich Misener, for those of you who don't know, a.k.a. Trusty Truster. Make sure you follow him on social media. This guy is a legend. How are you, pal? How's the boat?
All right. I'm all right. You know, Wednesday.
Are you tired from the weekend still? You seem a little down. Or are we tired? Or we worked a lot today, I know. Is that got you all flustered?
That was it. Working today.
Right on. Right on. Well, listen, I can't thank you enough for taking the time to come on here. We had a hell of a weekend, didn't we, Rich? Excuse me.
That was a fantastic time, my friend.
Yeah, a lot of great bands from back
for the
in the
books.
day. Yeah, it definitely was one for the books. I mean, we saw Bush on the Friday night. And then Saturday we saw I Mother Earth, Finger 11, Scott Stapp of Creed, and then our boys Our Lady Peace. And I mean, we were like school kids I'm so excited to see these bands because we both grew up loving these bands. And Scott Stapp, I think I've never heard you sing a band more in my life in the Scott Stapp voice. And we sure had fun and rolled with that, didn't we, this weekend, pal?
He likes my shower song, right?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Would you like to sing a verse or two of it for us, Richard?
I can't remember it.
That's a real shame.
I think it was just your name, right?
It was my name plus the lines from my movies that I have done so far.
That's right.
Two Creed songs in Scott Stapp's Creed voice.
Over right.
and over forgot. And over. Yeah, good times.
We just couldn't help her, Marie.
We just weren't there for. We just weren't there for her.
Like, he's a murderer. Right.
Yeah,
I
plural,
remember.
actually.
I remember.
Yeah, there we go.
Set to the tune of Higher. Yeah,
that's right.
And then it was your name, Bondzee. Yeah. We can't help but worry. Yeah. That was funny shit. I forgot.
That was funny shit. Yeah. And, well, it pretty much started from picking you up in Toronto. We also brought a dear friend of yours. She came with us. She flew out from Calgary and joined us for the weekend. We all had a blast. And Listen, we get there, we go see Bush, and you get us backstage, and it was that's how it all started. And I couldn't believe getting to just be back there. We go right up to the front where we're sitting there watching your buddy. He's pointing at you. And it just really was an amazing way to start the weekend and watch you be in your element and just get to sort of go anywhere. You've been at this for 20 years and know a lot of people, and you have a lot of respect in this business, my friend.
I don't know about respect, but
oh, come on.
Yeah, I've been very fortunate to meet really cool people. And then been fortunate to become friends with like people in my favorite bands. Like it was. I mean, you saw me doing the happy crying there.
For sure, man.
Every single one of those guys, with the exception of Scott Stapp, but I think I did tear up a bit hearing Higher live. You know.
Well, of course. I
never thought I'd get to hear that guy sing that song, and yeah, and we saw it, and he killed it. But yeah, man, it's that weekend, like those shows really reminded me like how important music and that stuff is to me. So that was cool. And everybody like just killed it, and the weather held out, and I don't know, everybody was in a good mood, and yeah, it was really cool. You know, to have that many friends in one spot, like it's insane, right? So yeah, I was killing
because it was
a really good time.
Videos.
And the company was okay too, Greg. You know.
Yeah, well, it sure was. Thanks, pal. And we were with a beautiful girl from Calgary, and she was great times too. And she's a huge fan of Our Lady Peace and all the other music. And I think we all soaked it in and really enjoyed what you treated us to, and getting to see how it all operates backstage. You know, as a music lover myself, and never got to have this experience, Rich. It was pretty cool to see everybody do their own thing and how it all goes together. And it really is, you know, for such a big weekend and big shows and so many bands, it really was a well-oiled machine, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's pretty good, man.
I don't know. Including when everybody had to be evacuated out of there the first night before Bush and the other band, Skillet, went on live. So that was pretty scary. I mean, the weather was dodgy the first night. But then after that, it was great. It held off. And then the whole next day, it was pretty decent too. A little bit of rain here and there, but nothing that affected the whole festival at all, bud?
Yeah. No, it was great. It was great. Yeah. Just meeting some of the people from that thing, and they were all great, especially like the tallest man in Sarnia.
Yeah, we met him.
He was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It was just perfect summer festival weekend with good people.
For
and
sure.
I'll include you in that too.
Oh, thanks so much.
Go, eh?
And having Gavin stare at me when I'm like right in the photographer pit standing by you and Chino was pretty special to be that
I hear he
close.
was asking for you to get kicked out.
I don't quite think that was true, but listen, we really had an amazing time, and you know, after all the goodbyes of the first night,
figure it out, Bondzee.
Figure it out. So we're getting to that, pal, because we go to the hotel.
We can't talk about such things. We
go to the hotel after Bush's show, and your buddy Corey, the bass player, is there, and the drummer Nick, and we're lucky enough to be able to chat with them in the lobby before they're leaving. And something earlier happened in the day before Bush went live. You were in the lobby and got to see Gavin Rossdale and his manager Mark, and something went down. Care to tell us that story?
Oh, I don't think he was really stoked about having to drive 5 hours through the night in the van after.
To Bala.
And then, to the key to Bala. And then the guy's a legend, right? So just to see him just turn to that guy and say, figure it out, Monk. And then just walk down that hallway just like he owned that hotel. It was awesome. It was awesome. And then, talking to the fellas after, he's like, hey, I'm not too stoked about it either, but sometimes you gotta do those van runs, and those poor guys had to go to
Newfoundland.
To Newfoundland on the Sunday.
That's
which is just insane to do that. I don't know how they figured that one out, but I saw on some of their stuff that they had a good time. So, but yeah, it was really nice to see those two guys. we toured a lot together in 2019, and
Yeah,
became
you
friends with them.
when you were with OLP, you got to
Played
hang with Bush
played
a
some
lot, and you
golf.
became good pals with these guys. And
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
they were
Yeah.
waiting to hang out with us after it. It was hilarious. We were all having a good laugh, and we were skitting and making fun of Mark whilst you were talking to the boys and saying goodbye. And me and Sheena were copying from sort of earlier in the day, and it's like, Mark, I'm not sitting in a van for 5 hours. You figure it out. And anyways, and then she
Well,
starts doing the voice, and I'm doing the voice. And then a guy comes over to us all and says, "Hey, boys, we got to leave." And he gets your friends in the van, and off they go. We say goodbye. And I look at you, and I was like, "Who was that?" And you're like, "Oh, that was Mark." And
Mark.
mine is Sheena's
Well,
face
just to
dropped.
make it clear, the Gavin definitely wasn't a dick about it, but he's just it was I don't know, man. It's like,
Well, if I was Gavin Rosdale, I wouldn't want to sit in a van for 5 hours.
he's the guy, right? Like, hey, man.
Yeah.
He's
Get
the
me
boss.
a chopper, get me a PJ.
But it was just, it was beautiful. He's very calm, very, very
yeah,
calm and elegant about it. And it was just, I have that. It should be like his next album cover. It's dope. He's just walking down that hall.
it was like, hilarious to see you snap a photo of him walking down the hall.
Yeah.
Figure it out, Mark.
That was pretty funny.
Your boys, I Motha Earth killed it the next day. Yeah.
Indeed.
Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah.
It was amazing to see your boys, I Motha Earth, the next day. You got to film videos for them. You're really close with the boys. Their set brought you to tears. It was pretty cool to see. So many great guys in that band, and then followed by Finger 11. Absolutely rocked, and you've done shows for them, and you introduced me to all the boys, and it was another amazing time. Get to see Paralyzer live and all their hits from back, dude. It was just mind blowing, wasn't it?
Those guys, those guys just kill it, man. Like, I don't think I've ever seen anything like that. Like, it's just, the cool thing is how individual everybody is, and you know, and then there's Rick Jacket, who's just like, I mean, that's why
this guy plays the guitar. He throws it around and spins it in the air, and he catches it where he's going to play the next chord.
Well, that's not the move. The move, like a lot of people do the spinny guitar thing, but the move he does is when he holds the guitar like this, and then he drops it, and he like throws it up and does this, and he hits all the notes, and it's like, what?
Yeah.
What was that? But that's why
I've never seen anything like it. The guy was real special to watch, and you know what? He was a real treat to talk to before and after the show as well. And then, of course, Mr. Hair himself, your buddy Steve, the drummer for Finger 11. That guy.
Here, put that back up. Put that photo back up. Let's look at that hair. Oh man,
look at that hair. It's tight, and we're not talking about mine.
Here, hold on. I'm taking a photo to show him that we're talking about the hair.
He'll get a laugh out of that.
That guy's one of the sweetest dudes ever, and like super talented, like, well, drummer of course, but producer and like the guy, and he's just like the nicest dude, man, and like the hardest working guy around. So
he sure is. One of the funniest parts of the weekend, Rich, was you and I were in the pit for, I believe it was I Motha Earth show for a minute or somebody, and he was side stage, and you always get a kick out of taking a photo of him, and then you send it to him, and he's like, you say, oh, Mr. Nice Hair, and you sent a photo of him without him knowing, and then you said, watch this. You sent it to him. He goes to pick up his phone out of his pocket, sees us at the same time, and just knew it was you. And fuck, did we ever laugh, bro? That was one of those moments, you know.
That's been going on for like eight years or so. Yeah,
hilarious.
I mean, I started just doing it on the tour. This tour I did with them years ago, and yeah, man. Like literally every social media post for almost 8 years of theirs, and then of course his post. So we're talking. It's got to be up to like 1,000 mentions of his hair. And then remember the runner that was taking them over, remember the runner's picking them up at the hotel or whatever, and I asked her to tell him how good his hair looks. So then I asked him later, and I guess everybody got a good laugh out of that one. Yeah, man.
Good times for sure.
Those little things with people, you know?
Yeah. And then, of course, we got to see this together, pal, which was pretty special. Let's have a watch.
That was wild.
Just,
Over
dude,
now.
unbelievable. I can't even imagine. Like,
I was singing that one in a while too. That was a shower tune too. The over now.
of
Yep.
course it was.
Yeah, man.
And then we got
What
one
a
more to
treat-
play.
what a treat seeing that guy.
See if I can switch it out here.
Hold on.
Oh, there it is. You know, and then of course, where'd he go? There he is.
But
up next after Scott Stapp, and he blew it away. He played some
great
amazing
photo,
dudes.
Bondzee.
Sorry, I put that up a little early. We got to see Scott Stapp killed it with his solo stuff, and then he absolute amazing ending with like 5 bangers in a row. Got the crowd so into it. The hits, baby. And then there was this special moment where I got to be side stage. Well, listen, it was in a hurry because I wanted to get and pan out to the crowd, so I just got it real quick. But it was pretty cool to be right there and watch my boys do their thing before the show, and then to watch them go out and rock it and see this sort of side back corner stage, man, was something special.
Yeah, man.
Like, wow. That's amazing. You know, I've never got to see this view, and to get to see what the boys see and see on the phones out for a ballad of a poet is just, man, it's really special.
Yeah.
The guys killed it, eh? I mean, every part of that entire set, the set list was a banger. They killed it. It's always fun to watch Pierce, Steve, Rain, Duncan do their thing, isn't it, bud?
Indeed. The highlight, I mean, obviously, I love those guys. They're my brothers. But the highlight for me was to see my pal James. I hadn't seen him in a while. And so
yes,
that's why, man, that whole weekend was just really, really special. And and hanging out with you and Sheena. And, yeah, man. It was awesome.
And I'd be remiss if I didn't mention, because when we were backstage for most of the show, we had some friends there. We wanted to go out and see them, and we went out. I believe it was during Finger 11 set, and they were sort of front stage left, and we tried to wheeze our way through the crowd there and get up, and we came across some not so friendly people who said if we took one more step, we were going to get beat up. So we tried to politely talk with them for a second. Didn't go so well, so we about faced and went backstage, didn't we?
Yeah, abort mission.
We aborted mission because, listen, I wasn't into getting punched out.
Mess with those people. They were.
The one dude was massive.
He was a big dude and not happy at all. Like
he wasn't. And listen, it was no harm, no foul. Like we just were going to say hi, and that was it. But they didn't know.
It's not like I'm butting in front of you, and also it's a concert. So if I do want to butt in front of you, I can. Especially if it's like if someone's shorter than you, then what do you care, right? Like, I shit you not. Every single fucking time I go to a concert, the tallest dude there just walks right in front of me, and he could go right behind me, and it still have the exact same view. But for some reason, he needs to be that 2 feet closer to the stage, like it matters. And I'm just like, pretty much every show, the biggest dude would just be like walking front.
For sure.
I don't know. Whatever.
Well, the best part for me was getting to go backstage and walk up to the very front to where the wall of speakers are, stand up on the rail, look over and go, and then they turn and look up, and I was just like, hey, how you doing? And the look on their faces, bro, was that was priceless.
Oh, I see. Did you get them good like that?
Oh, I got them so good, dude. It was all worth the while.
That's always
getting beat up.
You know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember there's been a couple times just I'm rolling around. And I'll never forget one time in Newfoundland at George Street Festival. I was just filming, and the security guy's like, "You have to get out of here." I'm like, I do not have to get out of here, man. Like, and I was pointing to like Steve's pass, I think. like, you see his pass. This is the same one. Like, I'm here, like, I'm with them and I'm working, and like, this is the shot I'm taking right now. And the guy was like, if you don't leave, I'm gonna pick you up and take you out of here. And I'm like, whatever, man. And the guy literally picked me up, and then Coots saw it and just like dropped his kids, came running over. He's like, you've touched that guy again. I mean, I don't know, like he threatened violence, but he's like, put him down. And then after, the guy was like so nice to me and stuff after. Like I wasn't a dick or anything to him. Like, I'm not leaving.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you. If you want to pick me up, pick me up. But
yeah,
there's been some times where I get kicked out of the pit or something, and I've like tapped the guy on the shoulder. Like, they've been aggressive. Like, there's been a few times where they get aggressive, and I have credentials, and I'm obviously like, I don't know. I'm not like, what the fuck? I'm just taking some photos there, like, or video or whatever. It's like, I'm not a threat, you know? And like, these guys got aggressive, and I remember tapping the guy on the shoulder, and he turned around, and I just kind of gave him the old, you fucker. But, yeah, you know, that's all I have.
Well, listen, it was really cool to watch you do your thing, because you got to film Our Lady Piece of Set. You're putting together a video for them. You were nice enough to ask me to get some footage, do some crowd footage and stuff, and get some reactions.
You better not have shot that vertical, Bondzee.
No, I didn't. Listen, I know what I'm doing, bro. I got some wonderful footage. I'm really looking forward to seeing what you do with it, and I can't wait to share it with everybody. And I appreciate
that.
It was, dude, I had the time of my life getting to experience and do that, and being allowed to go wherever I wanted, film the boys, and soak it in all at the same time and enjoy it from a whole different perspective. So thank you for allowing me that experience, and it's something I'll never forget. And I'm still sitting here every day reminiscing and still thinking about everything that happened, man. So thank you again.
Anytime, man. Literally anytime. I mean, as long as we're allowed to go back. I haven't really got any bad anyway. Well, you never know. But yeah,
no,
man,
well, listen,
it was a good time.
Yeah, you're gonna make a great video. I was on my bestest behavior because I did not want to embarrass you or myself. Though it was really funny. I forgot about this part when we first went backstage the night of Bush. You, me, and Sheena were tiptoeing around the back of the stage, and I was so excited. And you were like, "Okay, guys, just be quiet. Don't knock over anything." And within one Mississippi, I kicked this ladder and it made the biggest noise. And I was like, "Oh, Bondzee, no."
That was pretty good.
The rest of the weekend went off without a hitch, and I hope I didn't let you down.
Dude, no way, man. That was fantastic. I could not have think of anybody better to go with. So thank you for putting up with me.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Sure had a great time, and it is, like I said, it's an experience I'll never forget, and I think everybody there had a great time for sure. So thanks again. I'm still good. What do we got next? When can we expect the video? And then what's up next for Richard himself?
The first question, no idea. And for me, no idea.
Perfect. Sounds like it's going to be a hell of a summer.
I'm in a transitional period in my life, Bondzee. So
yes, you are.
I don't know, the video next week or something. As long as they like it, you know. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
right on.
But yeah.
Well, I know you're up on your boat for the summer, Jose. So you're gonna enjoy that, soak it all in, and then we'll make some big decisions after that, bud?
You get it.
Right on.
Yeah, man.
Well, listen, thanks again for
the
weekend. Have I left anything out? Is there anything else you want to say?
Just fuck you, bub.
Well, listen, that kind of goes with this beautiful picture that we got to put together this weekend.
Fantastic.
We really did have a wonderful time, and I'm super appreciative of you. And thanks for coming on here and reminiscing and talking about it, pal.
You got it, bud. Well, come visit soon, okay?
Yeah, I'll be back up there real soon, and we'll have fun on Georgian Bay again, as we always do.
Sounds good. Love you.
Take care and be safe, okay, bud?
See ya.
Thanks, man. That's Rich Misener, Trusty Truster. You can go follow him on the Instagram. He's hilarious on there. He's always got beautiful pictures, beautiful photos, videos. Go check him out. He is the man. He is legendary. He is Trusty Truster. And boy, oh boy, we certainly had an amazing time. And I really mean it. That guy I am forever grateful and in debt to him for the experience he gave me, because I've never had anything like it, and it truly was special as a huge music lover and a fan of all of those bands from the get-go, and not even a minor fan. Like, I fucking love I've seen Our Lady Peace 45 times now. I've seen Finger 11 a whack at times. I started seeing them when they were the Rainbow Butt Monkeys out of Burlington. I used to date their manager, for Christ's sakes. I Mother Earth, amazing band. Yeah, it's just so amazing to see those guys back together. Such talented musicians. And Scott Stapp of Creed. I mean, the guy went from he had the best halftime Super Bowl show of all time, hands down. I got to see him backstage and be this close to him, and it was super amazing. So thank you. And to anybody there, if I got to run into, I know I ran into a few friends. My dear friend Carol was there. Thank you so much, Carol, for your hospitality and stuff. It was great getting to hang out with you. And of course, my other wonderful friends from my amigas from the Glorious Sons. They are wonderful people as well, and it was so great to see them. Man, what a time. All right, moving on. Oh, Finger 11 always puts on an incredible show, says my friend Sherry Dorian. They sure do. Absolutely epic. Love those boys. And listen, can't wait to see them all again sometime real soon this summer. What else? Let's get to Stanley Cup final. Over. Done. Edmonton Oilers could have made history. Down 3-0. Clawed all the way back and made it a Game 7 series, which we were all hoping for in the first place. Didn't think was going to happen. And then it did. And listen, snaps, clicks to the Florida Panthers they must have had a brick of shit in their pants this big to be down, winning 3-0 and blow it down to a one game takes all, Game 7. At least it was on their home barn. They showed up. They scored first. Edmonton came right back and scored, but Florida marched right back and scored that second goal, and it turns out it was all needed. Bob for the Florida Panthers played on his head, man. That guy he made the saves at the right time, no matter what Edmonton did, and boy, oh boy, did they try, and had a plethora of chances to tie it up and to take it. But listen, wasn't meant to be. The drought of the Stanley Cup coming to Canada continues. Bettman's just sitting there rubbing his hands with glee, that little rat fink. And listen, it is what it is. Congrats to the Florida Panthers. I know it. Listen, they made it last year. They lost. That's got to be super tough. And boy, oh boy, they almost made history for all the wrong reasons and blew it again this year. But they didn't, and they won, and congrats to them. It's the hardest trophy to win in the entire history of all sports, I do believe. You can fight me on it, but I don't care. I think I'm right. So many other people say it as well. So congrats to the Florida Panthers for pulling it off. Florida's on a heater down there and winning them Stanley Cups, aren't they? Holy mackerel. Oh, excuse me. Anyways, hell of a 7 games. I missed a bunch of them from being on the road, including Game 6. But that was Friday night when we were having a time watching Bush, and yeah. Anyways, wicked times, and I'm happy for Paul Maurice. That guy's an amazing coach. Used to coach my Toronto Maple Leafs. Been around a long time, and man, that guy deserves it. Funny dude too. So clicks for Paul Maurice and the entire Florida Panthers. Okay, moving on. Bizarre story that came out of the U.S. In the past couple days. There's this lady. She works for, or used to work for, the Milwaukee Brewers baseball team, the Major League Baseball. This is her. Absolute rocket. I've got spank bank material for tonight. I'm telling you, look how beautiful this lady is. Turns out she just doesn't work for the Milwaukee Brewers in public relations. Female assassin. How hot is that? The glasses. She looks like I think Julia Roberts. Is that who I'm thinking of? She looks like sort of somebody famous, out of something. And I think it's Julia Roberts. Correct me if I'm wrong, but boy, oh boy, I'm in love. Okay, maybe not love, lust though. She's beautiful. Anyway, she's batshit crazy to be an assassin. I would love to interview her. Would have to get a hold of her in jail, but I would love to know how a female who was working for the Milwaukee Brewers, has a normal job, turns out to be female assassin. And how do you go about getting the work? Well, turns out a couple of dummies in Europe hired her somehow. So she goes all the way over to Europe, goes to do the job, walks up to the person she's supposed to dust, pulls the trigger, gun jams. Rule number 1, if you're going to be an assassin, whether male or female, make sure the gun works. Pretty important to get the job done so that you get paid and don't get caught and get the hell out of Dodge. She didn't do that. Fails. Person lives. She goes back the next day. Did she kill her, Bondzee? No. Did she even come close? No. This stupid loser, and I get to call her that because she is a stupid loser. Beautiful stupid loser. But she goes to the person's house the next day, stands in the front of the driveway, pop, 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 3 shots into the house, takes off, runs back to Canada. Or Canada. Think about it, Bonds. U.S. She goes back to the USA. Now she's on the run because the cops caught the people who hired her. So they ratted her out. And now this fine-looking woman is on the run and wanted assassin. I'd love to house her, but not really in the proper situation right now. And I don't feel like going to jail for harboring a fugitive. I've got a movie career to uphold, okay? And a podcast to do, for crying out loud. She is gorgeous. I know, drop dead gorgeous. So why would you go and be an assassin? She could have went and done porn or something. A little less dangerous. Maybe not the best profession in the world, but at least she ain't out there killing people. Now she's on the run, fight for her life, and the way and how stupid she was in the States or in Europe when she tried to pull off this killing, I don't think she ain't gonna last long on the lam. You know what I'm saying? Got to give her credit though, because as the old adage goes, if at first you don't succeed, try again. Well, she did. Not too well, I might add. Though, why would you just go to the house, pop a couple shots into the place, and run for the hills? Doesn't make any sense. The worst part this is how stupid she is too. She used her own passport. I thought assassins had all this spy espionage shit. Fake passport, guns buried everywhere, money, all this stuff. Not this tool. She goes over there, uses her own passport and her own credit card with the car rental company when she got a flat tire. I know. You just can't make this up. You can't. Anyways, I don't think she's going to last long, and she's going to go to jail. And I think she'll do just fine in prison, though. I mean, look at that. Nobody's going to harm that. She's going to be somebody's sex toy, but hey, better than, I don't know. I don't even know what. But listen, Godspeed. Hopefully she doesn't get caught and she could change her hair and identity, and maybe she can make better life choices moving forward and maybe not be a female assassin. That sucks. Okay. Man, you just can't make these stories up. It's pretty good. What else have I got? She going to the clink. I just keep thinking about it. There's no way. There's just no way with how stupid she is that she can go without getting caught. There's just no way. Okay. I got this crazy story. So I was in Midland yesterday. I mentioned that I've been on the road. One of my stops was Midland because I was going to do a job. That job got postponed because their poor daughter's sick, and I hope she's feeling better. I also had a friend who passed away, a dear friend of mine from childhood, passed away yesterday morning. And it sucks. This one hurt. And wife, 2 kids. This guy married his childhood sweetheart. Anyways, and I'm going to get to that in a minute, but so I get to the boat last night. I stayed on a friend's boat, and I needed some supper. I was starving, so I got some Uber Eats, and Buddy was a complete tool. It said exactly where it was, shows you on the map, and it's pretty easy to follow and go, doink, oh, you found you, here's your food. Not this guy. I could see him. He was 1 minute away. I'm like, okay, wicked. I'm starving. I can't wait for my Osmos. It's the only thing I eat besides for my cheat meal. Anyways, dude calls all of a sudden. I'm like, hello? So I can't find you. Oh, well, it says you're 1 minute away. You're super close. We'll see you in a minute. It's right at the boathouse, at the main boat dock. Huge mural in the background. You can't miss it. 5 minutes later, Buddy calls me. He's now 6 minutes away. Absolutely for as far as you can get on the other side, around the corner of the bay. Yo, bro, you got to find my address. It's right on there. Please get here. Toot sweet. So anyways, long story boring. He gets there, finally, drops off my food. He's looking at me all weird like. And he goes, well, I'm sorry. But I found it. Thank God. I was like, yeah, thank God. That's awesome. I was starving. I just wanted my food. I took my food. I went to the boat. And I was stuffing my face. And my phone goes off. It's the weirdest thing was the Uber driver. And I'm thinking he's going to say, oh, I don't know. How was everything? Or I forgot something. Or, usually they're not texting you 20 minutes, half hour later. This dude asked me about God and if I wanted to enjoy a wonderful chat with God whilst I was eating my supper. And if I wanted to know more and be a part of his God world. To which I answered nothing and hit block. Like, has anybody ever had this happen? Bro, I must have been super lonely. I don't know. I guess maybe because he was like, God brought me to you. I was lost and then I found you. God helped me and brought me to you. I was like, no, he fucking didn't. The map did, you stupid dummy. Listen, I'm not a super religious dude. I don't what my religious belief is, it doesn't matter. But I just couldn't believe that this guy is telling me that the only reason I got my food was because God brought him to me. Well, no, sir. I went online and I ordered delivery from Osmos, and you brought it to me via the map that showed you right where to go, that you still fucked up. God had nothing to do with it, bro. Anyways, what a nice guy. And I'm sorry I had to block you, sir, but I'm just not in the mood to chat and make new friends from the Uber drivers, okay? Awesome. Moving on. Reason 14,004,336 why Bondzee ain't ever going in the ocean is because of this. Poor dude just out surfing with his girlfriend, having a great time. Actor, boom, dead. Tomeo Perry, gone, eaten by a shark whilst out surfing in Honolulu. Wonderful fella. June 23rd, life taken by a shark. I mean, I just don't. I'm never going in the ocean again. Ever, 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 ever. Not even up to my shins. I've had it. I've seen too many crazy videos. The internet has ruined me. I used to love the ocean. Thank you very much. Got to do some amazing things in the goddamn ocean. And now I'm scared to go up to it in my goddamn, up to my toenails. Because a shark could come in out of nowhere, snatch you, and pull you out to sea. And if he doesn't get you, a goddamn riptide will. Just ask the 6 kids in Florida who are now parentless because both their kids got sucked out to sea. I'm just never going in the ocean again. Such a beautiful thing. Thanks, Mother Nature and stuff, whatever, God, for the ocean. But I ain't going in it ever again. It's done. 50 years in the ocean was a good time. Saw a lot of beautiful stuff. Thank you very much. Caught some wonderful fish, and I will continue to on a boat. Anyway, really sad news out of Hawaii. The poor dude's dead. And his wife is like, well, he's in a better place now. Is he? I don't know. I think Earth's pretty good. A lot of fun here. That guy was having a great time surfing. Loved Hawaii. Was actor having a grand old time. Now he's in a better place. Stupid. What do you say? Her husband just died. I get it. Okay. But it's sad nonetheless. Anyways, toodaloo, bud. Super sad. Okay. Let's get this out of the way before I get to the videos. 52 minutes I've been rambling at this nonsense. Okay. I got to do this before we get to the videos, and I will get through it super quick. I would like to deep breath. Wish my best friend in the entire world happy 50th birthday yesterday. I think about that for a minute. My boy Patty turned 50 yesterday. I really, really, really wish he was here to celebrate it with us all. Sadly, he's not. If somebody is in a better place, it is my boy Pat, because that guy was suffering and had suffered for so many years with the trauma from being a soldier in Afghanistan. And I miss him dearly, man. I think about him every single day, and I love you, bro. And yeah, rest in peace. And just devastating news yesterday. Actually, I found out late a couple nights ago, but a dear childhood friend of mine, Shane Fritz. I believe I had one of my first childhood sleepovers at Shane Fritz's house. We played hockey, baseball together. I don't think there's a bigger pervert on the planet than my boy Shane Fritz. But we loved him for it. He loved women, and by golly, he taught me how to really enjoy the women as well. And he was a beauty, man, and he will be dearly missed. He was a father, and he was a husband, and he was a friend, and a brother, and a son. And God, bud, I'm gonna miss you. It's really unfortunate, taken way too soon from something that, you know, I'm not gonna sit here and say woulda, coulda, shoulda. But folks, male or female, if you're watching this, if you're in pain, if you're not feeling good, can you please just go to the hospital? I know sometimes it's hard. I know the hospital sucks. But if you're not feeling good, man, and you're really struggling, just go. Because fuck, man, you just never know. You never, ever, ever know. My boy should have went to the hospital and he didn't. And sadly, he's no longer with us. So go if you got to. And in the future, if you got something going on, just go get it checked out. It might take you a couple hours out of your life. It might suck, but it could save your life. And I think that's better than a few shitty hours sitting in a hospital. Okay, so rest in peace, Shane. For those who knew him and loved him, I'm sorry. I'm super sorry to his wife. He married his childhood sweetheart, and she will miss him forever, and we all will. And I feel so terrible for Melissa. I'm sorry for your loss. He was a wicked dude, and fuck, his funeral is gonna suck next week. So Godspeed, bro. Rest in peace and rest easy. Okay, pal? Right on. Okay, let's get to some videos. Oh, man, I got to get to this because holy shit. I'm in love. This video has gone absolutely viral. She's a legend. She will be a legend forever. If you haven't seen it, here's the hot tub girl. What a beauty. Oh my God. I just, it's unbelievable. This girl has gone absolutely viral for simply being on a girls' weekend in Nashville, but she's had a few drinks. She was a little buckled, but just having a good time. And listen, speaking her truth, this video went viral all across the world and still continues to have an incredible amount of memes and stuff. I absolutely love it. And I think the best thing about it is her laugh at the end. It's infectious. Watch this. So awesome. They played it on a jumbo screen at this massive bar. The people went absolutely bonkers. Watch. Absolutely legendary. Can we talk for 1 second, though, about how absolutely stunning hot her friend is, by the way? Like, this is absolutely ridiculous. She is absolutely beautiful herself. I gotta get to the other screen. Where is it? Right there. This shows it better. Her friend is a smoke show, like 12 out of 10 hot. Ain't nobody talking about her, sadly, because, I mean, her little laugh at her face when her friend says this is pretty priceless. So let's play it one more time, shall we? Look at how hard her friend is. I have seen that. I'm almost embarrassed to say this, but I've probably seen that video about 50 times, and I'm probably going to watch it a good 50 more. Not only is she beautiful, that saying is hilarious, and the way she says it, her presentation is wonderful, and that laugh at the end, I've got to like pinpoint it and then put it on a loop and just enjoy it. God damn, she's hot. Okay, Bonds, enough. Moving on. Okay, let's get to some dummies of the week because this is my favorite part of the show. Let's start off with this one, shall we? This is a beaut. We've all been there. Dogs tripping you over. But I don't think we've all fallen in the pool. Check this out. Empty pool, I might add. Hey, and you can't even be mad at it. Like, it's so hard to be mad at a dog, no matter how like much it screws you up. That's absolutely hilarious. I love it. What is not hilarious is this. Folks, if you don't like spiders and you're squeamish, turn away. You've been warned. This is nuts. So the lady's got something bugging her. They pour some liquid in her ear. Check this out. Watch. What? Oh, oh, what? What? Oh, man. No, just no. That's just so wrong. Um, how about this? You're out with your buddies, you're camping, you're having a good time in the forest. All of a sudden, a raccoon comes out of nowhere. You give it a little snack. The poor bugger starts choking to death. What do you do? Well, this guy knew. Check this out. Oh, watch. Sorry. A little bit lower, Bill. Like this guy's an expert at giving the Heimlich maneuver to a raccoon. That's unbelievable. The raccoon just doodles off. Thanks, guys. Guy's smacking the shit out of a raccoon and he popped a piece of food out of the dude's mouth. Shakes it off. It just goes away. That's pretty awesome. Speaking of animals and awesome, I don't think I've seen a greater video. This bird has the same love for golf that I do. Check this out. Look at him. Proud as punch. Picks up a ball. Watch. Foink. And he whips it off the ground and just thinks it's the greatest thing ever. Look at him. He picks it up again. I've never seen a greater video in my whole life. I've watched this 15 times. Look at him. Look at him. Just proud as punch that he got to whip that golf ball off the ground. I want that bird. He would be a hell of a pet. Speaking of animals that I don't want as a pet, this thing's, look at that. Octopus. In a foul mood. Fish comes over, mind his own business. Fish. One more time. Check this out. Octopus sitting there with a starfish buddy. Fish. What do we got here? This is why you should never scare your wife, I guess. So the heading says, watch this. Fish. That would hurt so goddamn much. Why would you punch your husband square in the nuts? That is not cool. That's a pretty funny joke. The guy's joking around, pretends he gets electrocuted. Ha ha, fish. What a cunt. This is the best photobomb ever. If you've seen this video, too bad. I just came across this, and this is awesome. I was really enjoying watching the lovely lady do her yoga. I was learning some new poses. I'm not really sure what that is, but I kind of like it. But then the dog comes in and ruins it. And she has no idea. Dog's balls is sitting there, bunghole, taint, all 9 yards. Thanks, pal. Ruined a perfectly good video. Speaking of ruined good videos and music, watch this clown. This is one of those videos where I had to see it, so do you. I think the best part of this video is the Donald Trump meme on the side rocking along to it, to be honest with you. That dude needs a sandwich or two. Maybe a big old bowl of pasta there, bud. Throw some protein in it. We ate some calories, some pounds. Holy shit. Anyways, okay, that's enough of that clown. I got one more for you before I get the hell out of here. Folks, watch this video carefully. I've got to play it a couple times because there is a lot happening. A husband does escape from his wife, a cat escapes from a dog, and a thief escapes from the police, all in one video captured on CCTV. Check this out. There goes the dude. There goes the cat and the dog. There goes Buddy being chased by the police. Or one of them is the wife, too. I don't know. I had to watch this like 3 times to get the whole gist. Watch. Eagle, there's the cat and dog. That's the wife. Okay, there's the burglar. There's the cop. There's another pant load of a cop. He's lagging behind. All that. I don't know what the hell's going on in that city, but Jesus Christ, that was a whole hell of a lot of stuff going on there, if you ask me. All right. Let me stop that video and wrap this up here real quick. I got some great pictures I got to get out of this system too, because I always put all these great pictures in and then I forget about them. And so I'm not going to forget about them tonight. What have I got here? I think I showed most of them at the start. Oh, Lenny Kravitz and I, turns out we got one thing in common. He says he hasn't had a serious relationship 9 years and is celibate. Attaboy, Lenny. See, turns out I'm sort of like a rock star too. I love Lenny Kravitz. That guy is an absolute champion. And this is me looking for all those girls that grandma and my mom said would be knocking down my door when I get older. Still waiting. Especially after that date. I think I'm going to be waiting a whole lot longer, I will. We'll see. You never know. Listen, I don't know what kind of bathroom this game is, but somebody has way too much money. I'm also trying to figure out why there's a mirror on the bottom underneath the horse. Does that mean there's a mirror on the bottom of the toilet and that you could see right down into the mirror to, you know what I mean? I know. Listen, I'm not the weird one. Whoever has that toilet in their bathroom is the weird one, okay? So don't sit here and be making fun of me, all right? Before I get out of here, Farrell Minks having a golf tournament August 10th. Make sure you sign up, folks. I'm going. You should too. Grab your 3 best buds and come out and have a great time. It's going to be great prizes, great times, bands, and yeah, come out and support the boys for sure. What else before I get out of here? I was going to show a picture of Richard, but he would have got upset with me, so I won't show it. What else have I got to show you? Oh, you know what I got to talk about real quick before I get out of here? I do have, you know what? I'll save it for next week. How about we do that? Or should I? No, you know what? Let's do it now before I get out of here. I have ticket details available for the thing we are doing October 18th. Excuse me. It's called The Art of Recovery. It's a community. We're going to have a community mental health panel. We have a wonderful guest coming from out west that's going to join us and be part of the panel. His name is Brock Blaziak. This is a wonderful soldier who served in Afghanistan, and this is who Pat saved his life. And he is forever grateful for that. And Brock will be here to speak at the event. Really looking forward to that. There's me, yours truly, will be the host. We'll put out the whole package, the bio and everything, and give you all the details. But here's the quick Cole's notes. You can become a sponsor of this. There's many package deals available for $250. There's the community sponsor. There's $500. Well, there's $1,000 one. And then it goes up and up from there. It would be really awesome if you would like to be a part of this in any way. If you just want to come and see some great music and see some, have some great food and be a part of the, see some great guest speakers on the panel, that'd be awesome. Single tickets are available. Tables are available, and sponsorship packages are available. Also, really looking forward to this wonderful event, in honor of our dear friend, Pat. He really was a special cat, and I'm really looking forward to this, and I'm proud to be a part of it. Tickets are available now at eventbrite.com. You can go there, type in, search Art of Recovery, grab your tickets, grab a table, and we're really looking forward to seeing everybody in October. We'll have some more guests come on and talk about it as we get closer to the date over the summer. And yeah, we'll share some more links and everything as well. I have a link here that I can pop up real quick before I get the hell out of here. Anyways, that's it for tonight. I really appreciate each and every one of you tuning in tonight, joining the show. Have a wonderful summer. It's pretty much here, isn't it? I think school is last days tomorrow for the kids. I believe so, or maybe it was today. I don't even know. I don't have kids in school anymore, but literally it was Howard Stern's last day on air for the summer. So I know that summer's here. It's on. So have a great summer, everybody. Be safe. I will see you next Wednesday. We got a great show lined up for you. Some great guests, and yeah, toodaloo. Have a wonderful weekend, rest of the week. And that's it. Got to go. Bye. Oops.
That was very strange.
It was very weird.
Peculiar.
It was kind of amusing.
Yes, it was rather funny.
It was incredibly funny.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
Oh, yeah, it is Happy Canada. It's Canada Day weekend this weekend. I forgot. So have a great Canada Day. Happy long weekend. Be safe. And yeah, don't do anything stupid. All right? There. You've been warned. Bye.
Next to go, I check the line. Who's next to go?
Bondzee Live. Bondzee on YouTube.